Hey, how's it going, everyone? It is Drago. We're back with another chapter of Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, chapter 184, Furious Attacks from Darkness and Flames. And the cover page for this chapter has Brian on it, which is very reminiscent of like the infographic covers we got in like early Fairy Tail, showing his regular design and then the Dragonized design. I kind of like these, and it's kind of nostalgic in a way. And the chapter picks up with Fairy Tail facing off against the Fire and Flame Guild. Personally love how excited that Natsu is to fight a whole guild of like fire users, because he's like, oh dude, I'm gonna get such a power boost from these guys, like I'll take them out in one go. You gotta love that he's going so crazy with this first attack that literally everyone else is like, Natsu, you're going a little crazy, you're gonna hurt us all, like turn it down a little bit. But Natsu does a Fire Dragon King's Demolishing Strike, which doesn't do too much against the other fire users. That's like a detail that Natsu kind of forgot here. If they use fire magic, they probably know how to deal with fire. Which Gray steps in, which his attack doesn't do much either, which gets blocked by a Fire Make Shield, which I'm sure for Gray is a little bit humbling since he uses Ice Make Shield all the time. To get a fire version of it used against him, he's like, dang it, that's like my move. Which at the same time is when Lucy and Wendy get sneak attacked by one of the Signaro sisters, and Urza gets attacked by the other sister, which dang, the strike that she does against Urza like just lights the whole area on fire. Which you go back over to Gray and he's getting grouped up on, which is kind of a rare thing with at least a 100-year quest right now. We don't usually get too many group fights or like kind of people ganging up on one another. And Natsu was going to go help Gray, but at the same time he's getting attacked by a Wed. For the most part, at the beginning of this chapter, I thought we set up the 1v1 fights last chapter practically, but no, we threw that out the window. We are just straight up doing a group fight between Fairy Tail and Fire and Flame, which is pretty cool actually to get a group fight. Like honestly, the last one with the main group here was like Hades, and pretty much everything's been individual fights, so I'm actually quite excited for a group fight for once. And I really like this kind of next bit of dialogue here with the Fire and Flame members talking about that they're all connected with their dragon bonds now. And Natsu's like, cool, we have that in common. We're also connected, but we're connected through the power of our Fairy Tail bonds. And that's such a cool page here with Natsu saying that dialogue. And at the same time is when you cut over to Alderaan and his rampage, which we honestly haven't really shown him at all, with Selene showing up to confront him, which, dang, she is really small compared to him. But you don't really get into their fight at all. You go back over to the Arashio and Sace, with Richard losing his fight, which conveniently both the people there all go on about love. And at the same time when he's losing his fight, Cobra is realizing, oh dang, he lost, and he's about to get sneaky attacked on, and also his thoughts are being read, which she's like, you're not allowed to do that, only I'm allowed to do that, like no one else is allowed to do that. Which you can definitely tell that freaked him out, that like someone finally did it to him. And with that, it is the end of this chapter, so my thoughts. I actually really like that we're doing group battles once again, and that it isn't just going to be singular 1v1s that they kind of were setting up in last chapter, that we're actually doing a group fight. That is very, very cool. Honestly, kind of forgot about the Sace. We haven't focused on them in a little while, and one of the Sace members is down now. I mean, you don't get too much with Cobra as to what's going to be going on with that, or the other members of the Sace as to the progress of their fights. I'm sure that next chapter is mainly just going to focus on the group fight with Fairy Tail. But overall, honestly, kind of a pretty fast chapter. At least this chapter wasn't like half recap like last chapter was. So what are your guys' thoughts on this chapter? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and this is Drago, signing out.